Good morning, everyone. From the National Weather Service in Pocatello, I'm meteorologist Kevin Smith. This is your weather hazard briefing for the new week, Monday, September 16th, 2024. Big changes. If you're a fan of fall, if you're really looking to get out of summer, really looking for a big pattern change, really looking for some of those cooler temperatures, we have that on the way in the forecast here. Let's take a look at that here over the next few days. First, we got one more day, one last gasp of summer. At least for a little while. We'll see what the rest of the month and into early October holds here. But one last day in the short term where high temperatures will be heading up into that 75 to 80 degree territory. Some of you are waking up to some rain showers this morning across southeast Idaho, and we'll generally see a lull in that shower activity later this morning into the early afternoon, maybe a few breaks of sunshine. So a little bit cooler than yesterday, but still kind of feeling a bit like summer here over the course of the day before we toss in some isolated to scattered showers and thunderstorms again this afternoon. Not really unlike many of our thunderstorm days here that we've seen over the past several weeks. We'll be watching this afternoon and this evening for some gusty winds out of a few of these thunderstorms. A few may produce wind gusts over 50 miles an hour. Also some heavy rainfall, at least briefly heavy rainfall coming out of a few of these thunderstorms as well. Those will be the main two hazards that we're monitoring here as we head into the evening. As soon as we get this out of the way, as soon as we have this one last day of warmer temperatures, even some dry periods here, we are going to switch things into a more fall-like pattern. We're going to trend wetter. We're going to trend colder as we go into tonight, into Tuesday, even into Wednesday and proceed through the week. So showers are going to trend more scattered to widespread, much greater coverage across the region. Still some embedded thunderstorm activity in that here as we go over the next day or two. High temperatures by Tuesday only reaching the lower 60s. It will be significantly cooler, 15 to 20 degrees cooler across the entire region. Not expecting anyone to make it even into the upper 60s by Tuesday afternoon. And this generally cool and unsettled weather will continue as we head into the latter part of the week. Our forecast confidence backs off a little bit as we get out into particularly Thursday and Friday. We're kind of feeling out what's going to be the behavior on our next couple low pressure systems here. Are they going to bring us much in the way of rainfall, or are they going to keep us a little bit drier? We'll continue to parse that out here over the next several days, but certainly going to remain cool here as we round out the rest of the new work week. Weather risk outlook here, breaking it down by area over the next 5 days or so. We're lit up yellow here for Monday and Tuesday, really tied to that threat of lightning. This is where we are expecting at least some thunderstorm activity to be in the mix. Of course, some of those stronger wind gusts this afternoon, as we mentioned as well, but pretty simple chart here. Today, we've got afternoon and evening showers and thunderstorms everywhere across southeast Idaho. We trend tonight into Tuesday into widespread shower activity, numerous showers across the region with a few embedded thunderstorms continuing. Showers continuing on Wednesday, less of a threat of thunder as we bring in that cooler air. We stabilize things just a little bit, but still showers should be at least scattered across much of the region during the day on Wednesday before our confidence drops off and we kind of watch what these low pressure systems are going to do as we head out toward the latter part of the week. Thursday, Friday, right now we are carrying a few showers across the entire forecast area. I could imagine that as we go forward here, some areas may trend drier. Again, it really depends on how this late week low pressure system is going to behave and whether or not it will try to stay well to the south of Idaho, which would keep a lot of the moisture out of our area. But certainly cooler temperatures continuing right through Thursday and Friday. Even with all the active weather going on, no watches, warnings, or advisories in effect yet as we go into this morning. Not seeing a lot that would really prompt us to issue any type of weather alerts here in the short term. We'll watch thunderstorms. If we do see a stronger or a severe thunderstorm, that could prompt some alerts later this afternoon. But in general, not expecting any widespread flooding, not expecting any widespread wind, things like that with these next couple weather systems here over the next 48 hours or so. That said, we will keep a close eye as well on burn scars from recent wildfires. And also if there's any locations that get hit over and over again with thunderstorms here today into tomorrow, or we see what we call training thunderstorms, again, where a location gets hit multiple times, we will keep an eye out for localized heavier rainfall amounts and maybe some localized flood problems. But in general, not expected to be a widespread threat at this juncture. Current satellite loop this morning, already quite a bit of cloud cover out there, and I'll show you here in just a moment that we do have some of you waking up to some even moderate rain showers here early this morning. Before we'll see a lull kind of move in, but you can see the spin of our low pressure center here out toward California. This is the first of several that's going to be moving our direction here over the next couple days. And here's that radar loop here as of about 4:35 a.m. or so. Heaviest precipitation early this morning, tracking from south to north up across the eastern Magic Valley into portions of the Central Mountains, including the Wood River Valley, where some moderate to heavy downpours are being observed there, including at Haley Airport, and a few other showers lifting northward across the rest of the region too. But you can see drier conditions here, lull in activity across the Snake Plain into some of our southern highland areas. And again, all of our weather models are generally lifting this activity to the north and quieting things down, at least for a while, as we head into mid to late morning, possibly into the early part of the afternoon, before showers and thunderstorms return with daytime heating this afternoon. Severe weather outlook today, not really looking at a widespread organized severe weather threat. You can see as you head down here into southern Cassia County into northern Utah, that area has been highlighted with a marginal risk, a level 1 out of 5 for severe weather, and that's mostly due to those strong wind gusts that I mentioned. But we are seeing some hints in our model guidance that a few of the stronger storms elsewhere across our southeast Idaho forecast area here, some of those stronger storms could produce some stronger wind gusts in excess of 50 miles an hour. It's going to be localized, but don't let your guard down. Do keep an eye on the radar. Certainly keep an eye out for any warnings that might be necessary if we do get a few of these stronger storms developing this afternoon. Another outlook we'll look at here from our Weather Prediction Center, part of our agency, is the excessive rainfall outlook, and this one is also a marginal risk. What we mean by excessive rainfall is heavy rainfall rates that could produce some localized flood problems. And you can see most of southeast Idaho is highlighted in that marginal risk. Not expected to be a widespread flood issue, but again, if we see a really heavy thunderstorms moving over the same location again and again and again and just continuing to drop those heavy rainfall rates, that could become a problem. Or if we see those heavier rainfall rates develop over a recent wildfire burn scar, that's another area that will be prime for some localized flash flooding. So we'll be watching that closely here as we work through our thunderstorm potential here for the next day or two. And here's a look at high temperatures today. Again, still making that final run. I say final at least for a while. Can't rule it out for the rest of the season here, but that final run for the week into the mid to upper 70s, very close to 80 degrees in some spots and lower elevations, still making into the 70s, even up in Stanley, Chalice, West Yellowstone, Mount Pelier, by the time we get into this afternoon. And this will be a little bit dependent on cloud cover, exactly how warm we are able to get. Let's look at all this again for tomorrow. So going into Tuesday, you can see we do not have any shading here for any organized severe weather threat. And as we get cooler and this fall-like air mass really becomes established over us, things should get a little more stable with time. Again, we're actually looking at more widespread rain and showers and a few thunderstorms on Tuesday, even compared to today. But right now, not generally expecting them to be severe. More so, it's just going to be cool, and it's going to be showery, and it's going to be wet for some of you out there on Tuesday. Because of the lack of organized thunderstorms, the overall risk of excessive rainfall and localized flash flooding may diminish, and you can see the marginal risk for Tuesday has lifted up here into portions of Montana and possibly up near Chalice and portions of Lemhi County as well. We'll be monitoring closely in case we do see a couple of those thunderstorms that try to hit the same area over and over again. Probably not completely out of the woods here until we bring down the overall coverage of rainfall as we get into Tuesday night or Wednesday. High temperatures Tuesday, bam! Here is the arrival of the cooler air mass. These are high temperatures Tuesday afternoon, only topping out in the upper 50s to very low 60s across southeast Idaho. Where's our warmest readings here? I see a 61 for Pocatello, Burley, Twin Falls, 63, and Shoshone, not even making it to that 65-degree mark by Tuesday afternoon. And again, the widespread shower activity and the cloud cover will really help keep those temperatures down as well for your Tuesday. I will mention here, too, looking ahead through the rest of the week, not really concerned yet with a frost potential. One of the things we really need to get the coldest temperatures here during our mornings is we need those clouds to clear out. Those clouds can act as a blanket and keep us a little bit warmer during those colder early morning hours, and going to be quite a bit of cloud cover around. So we'll keep an eye on that as we go forward, but right now not seeing any organized or widespread frost threat here so far as we go through the course of the week, despite the cooler air mass. Rainfall today and Tuesday. These are fairly substantial amounts for this time of year. This is one of our first wetter, late summer, early fall storm systems coming in. You can see the lighter green shading here from the eastern Magic Valley up the Snake Plain, generally looking at about a 1/4 inch, maybe a few places getting closer to a 1/2 inch over the next 48 hours or so. Raft River region, you're in that as well. And then you can see some darker shading here up across our Central Mountains, the Upper Snake Highlands and Centennials here, the Eastern Highlands, from the Island Park region down across the east, down into the Bear River Range. These areas with darker shading generally looking at a 1/2 inch to up to an inch of rainfall here over the next 48 hours. So certainly going to put a damper on some of the wildfire activity too, and certainly fire crews are looking forward to some of this here over the next couple days. High temperatures Wednesday, maybe gaining a few degrees, particularly if we can get some sunshine in there. We can back off on the rainfall chances just a little, but you can see those high readings still get up only into the 60s across southeast Idaho. Thursday, maybe a few more degrees, but again, no 70s currently forecast here in our area. 62 up in Stanley, 65 degree readings returning to the forecast as you get down here toward Shoshone, toward Pocatello and Idaho Falls for your Thursday afternoon. And finally, Friday, maybe another degree or two, still not reaching the 70 degree mark. Again, a little bit of this is going to depend on behavior of that late week low pressure system and the exact track it takes, so stay tuned for that. That's what we're looking at here over the course of the week. If you have questions, comments, or concerns, as always, feel free to reach out to us here at our office 24/7 using any one of the methods here shown on this slide. And everyone have a great Monday.